I'm going to record an evening practice that you could watch back later and do in your own time. It's geared towards the end of the day because it's going to be slow and not heat building and gentle and with a bit of kindness in mind. Kindness to oneself, that is. So to me, being kind is suitable for any time of day, but it's nice at the end of the day, particularly if the day hasn't quite gone as planned, which often happens. Waking up at 4:45 this morning, does that count? Yeah, that was me. Okay, so I'm going to use a block and I'm going to use a cushion today, just because I feel like it. You don't have to, but they're handy things to have around. So the cushion is for putting on the thighs. I'm going to start in Balasana. We're going to start in Balasana. Join me. Welcome. Namaste. So it's to put on the thighs, to rest the belly, rest the front body. Getting comfortable now. And releasing down to kind of create a bit more compression at the same time as being quite comfortable. That extra compression kind of pushes the breath further into the back body. So to me, I really like the idea of that at the end of the day, because at the beginning of the day and throughout the day, everything is so front body orientated, facing forward, orientated, going forward. The lungs actually reside mostly in the back of the body, more than the front. So this cushion, or even just your body resting on your thighs in child's pose and your arms extended. Taking the breath into the back of the lungs. So forehead is resting on a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a book or a cushion, or just bring your forehead all the way down if you can reach. Or stack your fists and rest your forehead on your hands. Create a little tower with your hands. And rest here for a few moments. Take the breath down into the base of the spine. Breathing slowly and gently. Lovely. When you're ready, start to come back up. Place your hands on the mat, bring yourself up onto all fours. Shoulders and wrists, hips and knees more or less. Hands can come a little forward of the shoulders. Cow and cat and cow. Find your breath. Just exhale. So I'm going to inhale first. Soften the belly, lift the gaze and lift the tail. And then exhale slowly. Tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under. And continue breathing in for cow. Breathing out for cat. Articulate the spine. Flexing and extending. And then when you're ready to exhale next, hold the breath for just a moment. So empty the lungs, hold the breath. You've exhaled, you pull your belly in. Soften when you're ready. You do that for just a couple of seconds or a little bit longer if you like. Breathing in, breathe out, empty. Slowly exhale. Hold the exhale. Release. breathe out. So we're lifting a little at the pelvic floor. Root lock. Belly lock. And then soften. Wonderful. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Come on up. Relax your shoulders. And then I should have said you could pad your knees up because we're going to be here for a while. So if you need to pause, fetch a blanket or something. We're taking the arms overhead. And then we're going to come down. I'm going to bring my left hand down to the small of my back and send the hips back and slowly lower, hinging from the hips. Releasing down. Now rise back up with the right arm extended, breathing all the way to the top, inhaling. Both arms overhead, and then bring the right hand to the small of the back and lower down. So we're going to start to repeat this little cycle. Inhale to come back onto the knees, lifting the left arm up, top of the in-breath. Switch arms. By the time you're exhaling, lower down. So with the right arm lifted, we can now start to turn the head to the left as we come down. And repeat, rising slowly back up onto the knees all the way up. Inhaling. Switching. Coming down. Gaze right. Rise, breathe in. Change arms, lower down slowly, so take your hips back, pull your belly in, release, look left. One more of each. So we'll take the left arm up where we started, down we go, look right, rise, nearly forgot to do that bit. Switch, so this is the last one. Your right arm lifts, your left arm is behind you. Take your hips back. Lower down, look to your left. Up we come. Fabulous. All these knees. Alright, we're back on all fours. We're going to take a few little circles with the hips. So if you want to widen your knees a touch, maybe bring your hands forward, you could. So that you can take bigger circles. Do what feels good. So loosening up the hips. Ping, click, pop. Alright, and the other way. How fabulous is this? My left knee doesn't agree. Okay, we're going back to hands and knees. Take your right foot back and have a little stretch. So on your back toes, put your belly in a touch. You start to feel the stretch in the calf muscle, in the Achilles. And just take yourself back and forth. Feel warmth for the ankle. It wouldn't actually hurt to roll onto the toes a touch here. Might not feel very nice, but it's not a bad idea to. The other way. It's actually a very good idea. Okay, gazing down, hips level and square. We're going to lift that right leg up and kick the heel back, as if there's something there that's pushing towards the foot, so resistance. And then we're going to bring this right foot forward. So pass it in front of your, or next to your right hand really, so that you can set the foot down, close to your right thumb. And then start to lean into it. When you feel ready, bring the body up so that you're in a low lunge, crescent lunge. Take a moment, relax the shoulders. You can bring the pelvis slightly forward, the hips slightly forward. Sweep the arms forward and up on the inhale. And as you exhale, cactus your arms. So take the shoulder blades down the back. I'm not looking up much. I don't want much of a back bend. I don't want to tire my arms out by having them lifted the whole while. So squeezing into the shoulder blades, but opening the chest, and then arms up, hands down. Take that right leg back into the air, into space, extend, and then set the knee down, maybe sit the foot. We'll do the other side. Step back with your left leg, and then start to rock backwards and forwards so that your Achilles tendons make up a little bit. And you can feel the stretch in the hamstrings and the calf muscles, and then start to roll around a little bit on your toes. And there we go. And then we're going to lift this leg up, kick into the heel, extend away, and then we'll step this leg forward. So left leg steps up close to left thumb. Come on up into the lunge. Something we didn't do on the other side. You can rewind. Can't rewind anymore, can we? Or press pause, but resting the hands on the thigh instead of raising the arms up overhead. It's an option for you. I'm going to just curl the back toes for balance. Bring the hips slightly forward. And then thinking about whether to take the arms up and into goalpost. Not sure, because it's the same on each side. You might want to skip that this time. You might want to go ahead and go into it. It'll take as long as you like. And when you're ready, lift the arms up. Carefully place the hands down. And step onto both knees this time. Now don't do that, actually. You've got to kick back. I do want us to be on the knees, but we need to do the same on each side, otherwise everything is going to be out of whack. Now we can bring the knees down. I feel I've been on my knees just far too long already. Alright, so hands, shoulder distance, step them slightly forward. It's time to get up. Curl the toes. I've got an email. Lift the tail and push back. And generous bend in the knees, and then start to walk it out. So lowering one heel then the other. Some nice clicking sounds coming from my toes. And then walking towards the top of the mats, bending the knees first and gazing up. Small steps into Uttanasana. Feet parallel, hips distance, hanging loose here. So let the arms go, let the head go, and giving the head a little shake and a nod. Swaying a touch from side to side. And I'm going to rise slowly, breathing in. Lift up gradually to a standing position. Press into the feet. Rise to the top, bring your head up last. Relax your shoulders. When you're ready, breathe in and take your arms out wide. Lift them above your head, lift your gaze. Exhale your hands down to your heart. Take a moment. Check in. Breathe in, arms out wide and up. Breathe out, lift the right knee, open the arms out, look to your right. Breathe in, raise the arms up, set the foot back down. Exhale to the other side, pick up the left knee, look left as you widen your arms and twist. Inhale, arms up, set the foot down. Exhale, Utkatasana chair. Inhale, Samukhanasana, right angle, the arms extend, we flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Moving with the breath now. Inhale, arms out wide and up. Exhale, lift up your right knee. Ooh. Twist right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left knee lifts, look left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair, hands to heart. Inhale, right angle. Exhale to Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart. Very nice. Okay. When you're ready, standing at the top of your mat, your shoulders relaxed. Press your feet down, lift through your crown. Breathe in, take your arms out wide and up. Breathe out, come down slowly back into Uttanasana. Generously bend your knees. Take a little squeeze. Halfway lift. Hands on the shins, as if you want to flatten your back. Heart forward, exhale, fold. Inhale your right foot back. Release your right knee down. Soften it down. Bring the body up. Bring the hands to the heart. Take a moment. Right elbow to left knee. So gently twisting. Take your left shoulder back. And breathe in, face forward, raise your arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands down. Pick up your right knee. Set your right heel down. Come on up for warrior one. So raise the arms up. I always have a little bit of trouble here trying to bring this front hip sort of back and the back hip sort of forward. So wherever you can get to, just open my hip there just to adjust my foot, back foot, and then I'm trying to square up again. So the arms overhead in the warrior one. We're going to straighten the front leg, which is the left leg, and lower the right arm down. Just messing with the brain a little bit. Inhale to soften left knee. Lift arms up. Exhale to straighten left knee, lower right arm down. And keep going, breathing in. Right arm lifts, breathing out, right arm lowers as the left leg straightens. Inhale into the warrior one. Exhale back down. Keep going, breathe in, breathe out. One more time, inhale, warrior one. Fabulous. One more time, exhale, straighten the front leg, both arms out, triangle prep. Okay, so now the hips are more open. So with or without the little lunge, I'm going to forget, aren't I? Iliopsoas? Sacroiliac joint, that's the one. Forgetting everything these days. As long as you haven't got any sacroiliac problems, then you can do this little lunge. And if you don't want to create problems, if you do triangle a lot, then I wouldn't do that little movement where you take your hip back. Too much of that in your lifetime cause you problems later. I've just done it, by the way. So tilting down, left arm down, right arm up, Trikonasana. I'm just going to start waving this right arm around, doing a nice big circle. Not putting too much welly into it, so more of a sort of gentle breezing through the air rather than extending too much and reaching too much. Rotating in the shoulder, so my arm is a little soft. Okay, I'm going to keep the gaze down now, hands on the shin, on the thigh, or wherever you can reach, squaring off the hips and folding over the front leg. You can micro bend your knee. If anything, it should be slightly bent just to make sure that it's not pushing back too much. So into the pyramid. And then look ahead, soften the front knee, use your fingers to support you and step forward. Fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Lower the left knee. Come on up as you breathe in. Take the arms up. Just move with the breath, nice and gentle. Hands to your heart, take your left elbow over to your right knee just for a moment. Take your right shoulder back. And then breathe in, face forward, raise the arms up. Inhale. Exhale to bring the hands down. Lifting up the left knee and popping that left foot down at an angle so that we can lift into warrior one. So right knee needs to be bent. I forgot what I was doing there. So make sure your right knee is bent as you raise your arms up. Press a little into the outside edge of your back foot, and then as we straighten the front leg, that's the right leg, we lower the left arm. I had to think. That's the idea, you see. Had to think which arm. Leaning back into the warrior one, lifting the left arm, lowering down. Straightening the front leg. So raise the left arm up as you lean into your warrior one. Lower the left arm down as you straighten the front leg. Keep going. 3 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, rising. Leaning in. Exhale, lower. I've actually lost count. Is that 3? Back into warrior one. Okay. Pyramid fold. Is it pyramid fold? No, it's not actually. It's triangle. So, prepping for triangle first. So the front leg straightens. It's come back to me now. Shoulders relaxed. And then either tilt straight down into the I'm a little teapot version of triangle. Or if you don't mind, that left hip pops back and then down. Slightly stronger I feel on the legs doing it that way, but there's also, as I say, there's some challenges to it. So right hand down, left arm up, and then the left arm starts to wave around. Excuse my back. If I move around now, I'm going to get super confused. Easily done. So again, just a nice big motion through the shoulder, through the arm, rather than reaching and stretching too much. Just let the arm flow through the air. And then we'll start to look down and square the hips off the pyramid, hands anywhere. If you've got really long arms or really stretchy hamstrings, you might have your fingers down. Careful not to hyperextend your knee and push back. Take a breath or two here. And then soften your front knee, bring your fingers down in front and step forward. Fold it over your legs, Uttanasana, halfway lifting, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, releasing. Inhale to rise. Come on up, hands to your heart, breathe out. How am I doing? Oh, that's not bad, considering I'm on my own. I'll do a little bit more for you. Let's take a step back. So just to go wide in the legs. Nothing beats a little bit forward folding at the end of the day, I have to say. Again, make sure you haven't had a big dinner. So we want the legs wide. Hang on a minute, I've got these fancy lines on my mat, which I very rarely use properly, but actually quite handy. So hands on the hips, soften the knees a touch and slowly come down, breathing out. Let your fingertips rest on the floor and keep going. So take that fold nice and deep into the hips. Crown of head close to the floor, facing the floor. I'm just going to widen my stance a little bit here. Feeling like a slightly bigger stretch from me, but you do what you like. Hands where you like, so they could be at the backs of the ankles, they could just be resting on the floor. They could be reaching between your legs, behind you. They could be resting in front of you. Oh, that feels nice. Yeah, I recommend that one. Arms reaching in front, feels lovely. Stay for a breath or two, just make sure you're not clawing your toes and you're not bringing the weight into the heels too much. Quite lovely. Okay, wherever your hands are, bring them underneath your face. If you stepped out a bit wide there, maybe heel toe your way back in, just slightly. Soften your knees, bring your hands to your hips, engage your core and rise back up again. Whoop, up we go. Turn your heels in, your knees out. Bend the knees so that you're sliding down an imaginary wall into a little squat. Does not need to be too deep. And then we'll flow the arms out wide enough as we straighten the legs and lift the gaze. And then bring the hands back down, widen down as we exhale and repeat. Inhale to lift. If lifting the gaze is out of the question, it tends to throw the balance. Me personally, it's blinding me because I keep looking straight into the light, so I'm not going to look up. Up we go on the inhale, down we go on the exhale. Slow and steady, move with the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Up we come. Last one, hands to your heart as you breathe out. Okay, just a little bit more. Just when I think I'm done, I think of something else. So baby triangle, we've already done triangle, pretty sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember. Why is that not a surprise? I don't remember the word I'm looking for. So we're going to do baby triangle, it'll come to me. We're just going to slide one hand down as we lift the other arm up, and then switch. I like this one. Not taking it too far, so the arm lifts up rather than over. Unless you particularly want it to go over a bit deeper, you could, like that. But it's at the end of the day, so hey. Side to side, keeping it quite narrow. One more on each side. Okay, heel toe and start turning towards what you would call the top of the mat. Don't know why heel toed there. I was planning to turn, but anyway. Walk up to the top of the mat. We're going to make our way down. Take a breath in. Take your arms out wide and up. Breathe out to slowly fold. Uttanasana. Breathe in to lift up halfway. Lengthen. Breathe out, release. Step back so that you can make your way back into child's pose. So resting the hips down onto the heels. You can widen your knees. You can bring a cushion. Rest it on your thighs like you did at the start. Or take whatever variation of balasana you like. I think I'm going to use the block because I quite like that. Because sometimes we might not notice unless we try the difference. For example here, when the head is all the way down. I might be like, yeah, that's okay. But then maybe when you lift the head up, it just feels a little bit more relaxing on the back of the neck. So it's possible that might be the case. So rest in Balasana. Take a moment or two. We're back into the breath, breathing into the back body. Displacement. The breath, that is. I just remembered what I was trying to say earlier. I think I was trying to say the full expression of the pose. That's what I was trying to say. We did the full expression of triangle with the arm waving around. And we then did a sort of smaller flowing version of triangle side to side. Usually it's the other way around. The smaller versions are like ways to prepare for the full expression. Okay, breathe slowly. If, like me, your hips are starting to ache a little bit, feel free to come up. And feet feeling a little bit tingling. If you want to stay a bit longer, always press pause and stay a bit longer, and then press play again. And curl your toes if you can. If not, just take a seat and hold your seat for a moment or two. I'm just enjoying kneeling a little bit these days because of the way it makes the back feel, because the way it allows the spine to sort of free up a little bit. Sitting bone is basically in space rather than pressing. That's how it feels to me. So take a moment or two here. If you're more comfortable resting on the tops of the feet rather than on the toes, if you are kneeling, then switch. And then come on down, take a seat, legs out front. We're going to lie down and do a little bit of supine stretching, which, in case you didn't notice, we didn't do at the start. So, knees bent, just a bit of supine pigeon. I don't feel like I could skip this. I feel like something bad would happen if I didn't do supine pigeon. So, I'm putting left ankle on right knee, picking up right foot and reaching to the back of right thigh. Flex the feet, bring the right thigh in and ease the left knee away. Oh, there it is. Piriformis muscle. Deep behind the gluteals. Breathe into it. And then bring your right foot down, releasing. Slide your left leg across to the right slightly. You can move around a touch to be comfortable. Relax your arms out wide or goalpost your arms, and then let your legs sway over to the right. Keeping the shoulders down, so it's a nice twist, rotation in the spine, a nice stretch to your outer left hip. Two or three full breath cycles. And then make your way back to center as you breathe in. All that extra weight of that left leg, it does make a difference. Uncross your legs. Right ankle on left knee. Right knee away, pick up the left foot and reach your hands to the back of your left thigh. Oh. Pulling in, easing the right knee away. Suchiranvasana. Take a moment, check your shoulders are relaxed and you're not clenching your jaw or anything like that. Flex your feet. Slow breaths, gentle breaths. Left foot comes down. Slide your right leg along to the left and let your legs sway over to the left into a twist. I'm just bringing my knees up just to see if that's a bit more comfortable. It's not. So I'm taking the knees back down. I have some right hip issues, so wriggling around a little bit. Take a moment or two to breathe into it, into the rotation, into the outer right side, hip and thigh. And then come back to center when you're ready. Both feet down. And then I'm swaying my knees from side to side, but you might feel like doing something else just at the end of your practice. Might feel like doing a little, why do I feel like doing a bit of a shoulder stand? Not really a shoulder stand, something like a half shoulder stand, supported. Oh, that feels nice. So not really all the way up. I'm not making this up as I go along, I promise. I'm just using my instincts. So just a little bit of support. Kind of halfway between a shoulder stand and a plough. I'm feeling some release in the lower back here. Backs of the arms strong, shoulders strong. Gently stretching the legs. And now to come down carefully and elegantly. I'm not sure if that's possible. Slowly, doesn't it? Okay. Alright, rest your feet down and then rest your legs. Get ready for Shavasana. If you want to go grab a blanket or a bolster or anything at all that you have that would allow you to be more comfortable, press pause. Don't run and get it in case you trip. Just take your time. Press play again when you're ready. So, we're in Shavasana. Finishing off your evening practice by relaxing the body and releasing yourselves into the mat. Letting go. Feeling the contact that your body makes with the floor beneath you, the earth, the weight of the body, the weight of your head, your arms and legs. So as you begin to relax and let go, take your mind's eye down to your feet and allow your feet to soften. Your ankles to relax and open. Moving your awareness through your shin bones, your calf muscles, softening your knees and relaxing your lower legs. Let your knees soften, open. And from here into your thighs, your thigh muscles relax as you scan through. From your knees, soften into your thighs. Turning your attention towards the pelvis, your gluteals, your hips. As you let go of tension, as you move through your legs, relax across your pelvis. Breathe into your hips. As you breathe out, letting go of any tightness or grip, anything that you're holding on to in your hips. As you exhale, let it go. And then continue from your hips into your lower back and your lower abdomen. Soften the muscles that support the spine. Scan through the body, making your way towards your chest, your collarbones, so your front ribs, collarbones soften, chest opens, shoulder joints relax, shoulder blades melt into the mat. And relax your arms. Soften your elbows and wrists, fingers and thumbs, the palms of your hands. And relax your neck and your throat, your jaw, the muscles and the skin of the face. Smooth across the forehead and into the crown. Back of the head, back of the neck. And take your awareness down the body, noticing if there's any tension left anywhere, letting that tension go each time you exhale. Staying here for a few more moments, lying still with the breath until you hear my voice. Ready? Start to move your fingers, move your toes, circle your hands and circle your feet. And then take a nice big breath in. Raise the arms up and overhead. Here comes a yawn. Ooh, lovely. When you're ready, exhale and bring your knees in one by one. Easy does it. Have a little squeeze. Give yourselves a hug. Take a rock and roll from side to side. And then over to one side. Take a moment here. And when you're ready, come on up. Lift up gradually. Sit tall, relax your shoulders. I'll finish the session with one arm. Feel free to join me if you like. Om Shanti. Namaste. Many thanks. I hope that helps. I certainly need a good night's sleep tonight. I wish you a peaceful, restful, calm evening ahead. Good night to you all. Many thanks.